guys, Justin. I just wanted to make a quick video today about my experience at Humboldt State University. So, Humboldt State. Humboldt State University is pretty good. It's a pretty good school. I really liked it. I enjoyed my time there. I earned my bachelor's degree in social work from Humboldt State University. And really just wanted to share my experiences with you guys, just in case you're thinking about going there for your social work degree. So a little bit about social work. Social work is an up-and-coming field. It's been around for a long time, but because there are so many people and so many populations that are struggling out there in the United States and across the world, social work is actually becoming a more popular degree and a more popular service, social services. So it's a really good field to get into because there's a lot more money nowadays being put toward these social services that are much needed for a lot of the impoverished and underdeveloped communities out there, and a lot of populations in the U.S. struggle today to really reach their goals and their potential because of a lot of barriers in their lives and in the systems in which they live. So social work is it's a lucrative field, and I live in California, so there's a ton of people. This is a very liberal state, and their social service or social work policies, or you could say social welfare policies, a lot of them are more liberal and not really conservative. So there's a lot of money in social services that they're pouring into these days in this state. So if you're thinking about social work, you can actually make decent money as a social worker. And there's so many different types of social work fields of practice within the social work realm that you can pretty much just scan through and see what you like. And so just for example, I am particularly interested in social work in the context of medical social work with hospitals, or with trauma or crisis intervention. So those are the kind of things that really interest me going forward. So I am going to USC. I applied for USC's master's degree program. It's a clinical social work degree program, and it's one of the top programs in the nation and in the world. Humboldt State University has a decent program, and I will say the bachelor's degree is fairly easy. And you'll find that with a lot of social work degrees, especially in state schools, that they're fairly easy. There's not a lot of tests. There's papers, but a lot of it's kind of like either group work or discussions or things like that aren't necessarily just memorizing things and testing on them. So in that respect, I really liked doing my social work degree at Humboldt State University, and particularly in social work itself. So let me get into a little bit more of my actual experience at the school. So with Humboldt State University, you have two options. You can either go online or you can go on campus. I chose the online because I don't live in Humboldt County. I live in Los Angeles County. So it was a fairly easy coursework. There's not a lot of busy work. A lot of it is discussions in like classroom discussions and online discussions through their Moodle page. Well, they're kind of transitioning off of Moodle and they're going toward a different system. But the entirety of the time that I was at the school, they were using Moodle, except for the last semester. I had one class that was not in Moodle. And if you're not familiar with Moodle, it's fairly easy to use. You just click on My Courses, and then you have all the courses all your classes are right here. So you just go ahead and just click on one, and it'll take you to the course itself. So here's Social Work 340, and this is my old page. It's been about a few months since I've graduated, so all the stuff is done. But as you can see, Moodle is pretty good. It's pretty well organized. You can just click on the week, what week it is, has the date right next to it. It's very nice. Come down, you can look at the assignments here on the right. Forums is a big thing. You can go click on forums, and then you'll see it week 2, week 3, and you'll have just a discussion. And that's pretty much the classwork. That's pretty much it. What you do every week, you click on that. You'll do an initial post of at least 150 words, and you'll just answer the questions. And you don't even really have to cite any sources. I mean, if you're citing a source outside of what you've been given outside of the class or within the class, you don't have to cite the sources that that are in your Sorry about that. Someone called. Anyway, so the coursework is fairly easy. You'll just click on one, you'll reply to 2 people's posts, and then you'll kind of go back, and then you'll add a new discussion topic, which is your own unique post regarding the teacher's prompt here. Very, very, very easy stuff. Honestly, I graduated with a 3.6 cumulative GPA, but my HSU GPA was a 3.8, which is pretty damn good. For me, I'm not the smartest dude out there. I'm not super good at school, but I mean, I'm obviously I can make it. I can make it in the state school bachelor's degree program. So one of the big worries that I had was, how is the coursework compared to a community college level? And I went to a good community college, College of the Canyons in Valencia. And I will say that College of the Canyons is actually a little bit harder, as a matter of fact, than Humboldt State University. But by that, I really mean you have to have a good foundational understanding of writing and stuff like that, and a good foundational understanding of psychology and sociology and stuff. And once you do, and you're able to get good grades out in community college, the coursework is not too much different. It's actually easier because there's very little tests at Humboldt State University. And even some of the tests that they do give, you have at least 2 times to take it and get a better grade the next time. So pretty much, if you take a 5-question quiz and you don't do that well, you can actually exit out, look at the answers, it tells you the right answers, then go back in and get 100%. It's a little, I mean, honestly, it's stupid. It's stupid easy. If you can't make it here, you've probably struggled a lot in your other academic pursuits, in my opinion, if you can't make it at Humboldt State. But yeah, it's super easy. It is very liberal. I had a teacher that said she was in a past life a music therapist. I've had students say that they were in a past life goat farmers. A lot of teachers are lesbians, and they really do. They accept a lot of the liberal ideas about gender preference and stuff. And I don't particularly care that much about gender preference or whatever, gender identity. But when you start as a system or as a group of people start to force other people to call you him, her, it, or they, that kind of bugs me a little bit. But if you want me to call you they and you're a singular person, even though it's bad grammar, I'll do it. I don't really care because I respect your freedom of expression. So I might not agree with a lot of the things that's going on in like the liberal community, ideas, mindsets, whatever. I do believe that a lot of it's kind of influenced by cultural Marxism. But anyway, it's a good school, and it's very, very doable. I don't really think people are really struggling at this school to pass. Okay, so if you want something that's easy, something that you are going to get stuff out of it, you for sure will. A lot of the major themes, you see in bachelor's degree social work, you go over the same thing over and over and over, and every time you go over it, you go a little more in depth, and you connect other theories to theories, and you just really build upon the things that you're learning over and over again until you have just a really nice holistic understanding of human behavior, development, societal issues, barriers, stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to just encourage you guys. If you're looking for a school, Humboldt State is a great school to go to for your bachelor's degree. And a master's degree, yeah, as well. I will say, though, the master's degree, it's very hard to get into. Had a 3.8 GPA and a 3.6 cumulative, and I didn't get into Humboldt State University on their online master's degree 3.5-year program. I didn't really want to go there anyway for my master's because they require a master's project and all that, and that's just, there's so many schools that don't, so why really pursue a school that is something that's going to be a little bit annoying for you. Also, Humboldt State University does require you to go once a year. First semester is twice, and then every year, usually during the winter time, they'll have you come up for the first week of classes, and you'll have to do that. That's non-negotiable, really. So yeah, that's kind of a consideration. Okay, so that's what it is. I used my GI Bill to pay for it. It's not too expensive. It's actually one of the lowest tuition rates of the CSU systems in California because it's just so far away. All right, but yeah, hopefully you guys have gotten a little bit out of this video, and if you have any other questions, feel free to leave some comments below, and I'll try to get back to you on that. And you could also email me at justinalvarado87@yahoo.com. That's justinalvarado87@yahoo.com. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to the 87 channel. And one more thing. So when you're applying for a master's degree program in social work, make sure you apply to several places, okay? Because the GPA doesn't get you in, they look at a lot of other things besides GPA and coursework and letters of recommendation. They look far beyond that, and they have their own criteria of what kind of person they want in their program. And I didn't get in. And some people that were very good also and got really good grades, a lot of them didn't get in. There was only like 8 or 10 spots. So it is really going to be important for you to get into a master's degree program as a social worker, because you really can't make the good money unless you have a master's degree. And in California, where I live, a new grad social worker with a master's can make around $40 if you work in a hospital, and that's just to start. And that's usually $60 if you work per diem or an on-call basis. That's a good amount of money. So when you're applying to different places, make sure you apply at least 4 places, okay? And do some state schools and some private universities. Just choose wisely. I applied to Boston, I applied to Humboldt, I was going to apply to Boise, and I applied to USC. I got into USC. I didn't get into all the other ones. So I'm just very, very thankful. I thank God that I, kind of pursued that and went, and it was just a pipe dream, really. I didn't think I was going to get into USC, as a matter of fact, but that was the only place that I actually got in. So always apply to multiple places. And if they ask you, hey, have you applied anywhere else? In their application, say you have, because that creates a competition. They want you more than they want someone else to have you, so I think that would raise your chances of getting in. But I'm not an expert on admissions or anything like that. That's just my personal experience. And I got into USC. It's a great program. I'm doing a 5-semester advanced standing program at USC online, and my concentration is mental health and military social work. So that's, they have a lot of good concentrations. If you want clinical, definitely go there. Also, I was looking at University of Louisville. They have an oncological social work emphasis. So that would be really cool too if you guys are looking for clinical social work or medical social work. That would be really cool. Yeah, so applied there. It's going to be 80 grand. If I went here, it would have been about 32 grand. I think 25 grand for Boise State, which is in Idaho, and Boston would have been around 34,000. And they're all really good programs. So good luck, guys. And I really hope you guys do, amazing in your classes. And if there's any questions, feel free to email me or comment below. Please like and subscribe to this video. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. I mean, if you have any other questions, let me know. All right, guys, I'm out of here.